Target to move Pride merch to the back of stores to avoid Bud Light situation. Quote, we were given 36 hours told to take all of our Pride stuff, the entire section, and move it into a section that's a third of the size. That's amazing. Bud Light is seeing another major drop in sales. They're nearly 30% down year over year.
You love to see it.
It's getting worse and worse for them. Conservatives simply said, we have no brand loyalty to Bud Light. This is the scariest thing in the world for the biggest brands. There's no brand loyalty to Target. Nobody's walking around wearing Target shirts being like, yeah, go Target. Bud Light at least had some brand recognition with sports, and that didn't do anything for them. So when it comes to your choice between Target and Walmart, if people are going to be like, Target's bad, we won't go there, it's not a big deal to shop somewhere else.
I really hope that conservatives stick to this, because a few years ago we saw a similar attempt to boycott Target when they were saying we're going to allow men to use the women's room and abdicate our responsibility to protect female patrons in our stores. And conservatives said, I'm never shopping at Target again. And then many of them started shopping at Target again. So I hope that this is truly a bridge too far and that people are going to stick to it this time. I would also say that if this isn't stuck to, it's going to set a very bad precedent, right? Because people are seeing this as the sort of sequel to the Bud Light boycott. And if it falls apart here, that's going to say a lot about the power of conservatives as protesters or as boycotters of products.
Honestly, I don't think you really need to identify as conservative to have issues with child sex changes.
Agreed.
Like, I'm not that conservative really in life, but little kids that are getting, their parents are like cutting their body parts off and stuff. Like that, just as a human, I kind of wonder what in the hell's going on. Tim's cracking a beer.
What was that, Ian? I couldn't hear what you were saying as I was pulling out this wonderful Stud Light lager. If anybody would like a can.
Stud Light. Give me a taste.
Stud Light. Feel free to grab a can. This is no joke. I don't know if you can see it. It's Stud Light. Stud Light, and there's a cowboy on it with a horse. And it's from Harvest Gap Brewery in Hillsboro, Virginia.
That's hilarious.
So we were just driving past this brewery, and we walked in.
Here.
And I noticed they had something called Stud Light.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's really good. I'm not a big beer drinker, but I had no choice but to buy a beer called Stud Light with a manly cowboy on it, because I have to wonder. I'm not saying the brewery did anything to. What, you want to just grab one?
Here you go.
Yeah. Plus we got a bunch down there. Serge,
Yeah,
whatever you don't take.
I'm not saying that. I don't know if this brewery made this intentionally because of what was happening.
It's hilarious.
But to see that they've got Stud Light and there's a cowboy on it, I was like, I kind of feel like, they're
Super
having
funny.
fun.
Super funny.
And it's a light lager, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just thought it'd be funny if we just cracked some.
If you look at Bud Light's market, though, I mean, what Ian was talking about, just to be offended by targeting kids for this is a whole different cross section than just conservatives. But if you look at who shops at Target, it's not as much like who buys your stuff at Target. I mean, a little bit of everybody, but who drinks Bud Light? I mean.
Yeah.
The people that used to drink Bud Light aren't going to go along with this whole trans movement kind of Dylan Mulvaney kind of thing. And they're also not going to buy it was an April Fool's joke. And so Bud Light made a bad situation worse by not owning it.
Yeah.
And now, okay, their ESG score took a tally. Instead of owning that, they're still trying but we can do everything. And it's like, no, man, this is a T intersection. You're going to have to pick. You can either keep the people that used to drink Bud Light or you can go woke.
I think the thing with Bud Light and Target is that Target it is smart of them to panic in the way they're panicking.
Yeah.
And they should probably just remove these products because the left will try and lie. But look, I don't care what an adult wants to do. Seamus and I will have a disagreement on this. Like, I don't care about someone who's LGBTQ or whatever, privacy of your own home. These are all the old traditional arguments from liberals. You live your life, you be happy, we mind our own business. Keep the kids out of it. They're now trying to argue that the LGBTQ stuff is not inherently sexual.
Yep.
It's quite literally what it is. LGBT, quite literally, are references to sexual identities and sexualities. There's no reason for you to bring that to children.